of steel activities. And we are using it for most of the works that we do, especially in the area of construction. So if you ask of our achievement, the setting up of these smelting companies, B5, Star Steel, this Tema Steel, and all those guys have been around, and they've been contributing to the local economy. So we have been working with the private sector. We've been collaborating with the other government agencies. Yeah, I can say this year, for example, we were considered in the budget, and government gave us a huge sums of money to do exploration in the OT region. I can tell you the previous government, they took similar initiative, which we met in the office. It was around 40%. They were trying to do exploration on the block. And then we met it in 2025 at 40%, and now that block is completely done. And we have it on the market now. I know we have other blocks that has been developed over the years. Exploratory work has been done. If we talk of a block in Shady, if we talk of one in Oponmanse, and yes, these two blocks are actually the blocks that have been in the literature. If you go to Ghana Geological Survey, if you go to Minerals Commission, everybody will tell you about, and most of the investors know about this block and what they stand for the country. There has been several attempts to develop these blocks. They have not been successful. Maybe I can cite some reasons because of maybe infrastructure challenges. But the government of the day is doing so much to make sure that we realize that dream. So in fact, a lot has been achieved. In terms of exploratory work, we have we are working on about 2 blocks now in recent times, which is a major achievement.
Now, based on what you're saying, it appears we are still within the exploratory processes. We've not yet gone into actual production, right?
Yes. For now, I can tell you there is no active iron ore mining in the country. So if you are talking of mining from the upstream, that is doing the exploration and then handing it over for an investor to mine, as of now, there is no such plant in the country. We are not mining iron ore. Previously, what we learned was that all the attempts that the previous government were making was to export the raw
materials,
mineral ore to, this developed world where they have the plant to process them. I can cite an example for you. We are mining manganese at Nsuta. We've been doing that for almost 100 years now, and they are exporting the raw minerals. We've been mining bauxite for so many years now. They are still exporting. But if you look at the architect of the acts of GIISDEC, it was put in that iron ore is not going to be exported in the raw form. It must be processed. So we are working at processing. This time around, it's not about mining and shipping or mining and sending it to the developed world. You understand? There have been so many requests to mine and export. But that is not what we are interested in. That is not what we are interested in. We want a partner that will sit with us and then mine this ore, put up a plan and process. Even if it will pick iron or any process steel articles, we will appreciate that. And that is what the president has said, and my minister is so keen that we go that way.
But based on negotiations and all of that, are we to see actual production in the coming days or coming months?
Oh yes, I can tell you that since we came into office, we have achieved a lot. We are in the serious negotiation with a local entrepreneur who has expressed interest in setting up a plant, a blog, and I can tell you, this blog is in the western region, in a place called Oponmansi.
Okay.
Oponmansi. It was discovered, the blog was discovered somewhere in the 70s.
Wow.
Yes, governments like a Champon government made a serious attempt to put up a processing plant. And then now we have a local entrepreneur or investor having the blog. He's done further exploratory work on the blog, and then he's come out with a very strong data. He came to the office, we sat with him, and then he required we get a corporate guarantee. Corporate guarantee here means we are trying to give him all the necessary support, resources that will make the block very credible, bankable, so that investors or you have partners who will bring in their money to support in developing the blog. This guarantee will assure these investors that yes, government is actually part of this project. Government is behind it, and that their money will not go waste. Yes, so we've done this for this investor. Okay. And then if you look at it, it looks so good. In fact, we did this about some few months ago, and then we know where we are going to put this plant. We've started working on acquiring the land. And then these investors have been to our office. I mean, I'm talking of the partners he's bringing in from different countries. They've come to our office to sit down with us, explain to us their plan, how much they want to put in, and I can tell you, it's a very huge investment. So I'm very sure by 2027, we should be setting up a mine, which will, lead to setting up of a processing plant. Yes.
Okay. Now, talking about 2027 and all the plans, you've mentioned projects in place like Oponmansi,
yes,
Sheni, and Akpafu, and the likes. What is the state of these projects there?
Yes, so if I start with the Oponmansi, you know, the whole thing about this developing of a mine is about the exploration or getting the data to know that yes, we have enough ore or iron ore at this particular place. You can say we have so much of resources in the country, but where are these resources? Whether it is gold, whether it is iron ore, whether it is bauxite, we need to do investigation to know that yes, this mineral is actually of economic importance, and this is where the mineral is sitting. Yes, so Oponmansi, that exercise has been done. I mean, I can tell you, it was done in the 70s, and in recent years, because of advancement of technology and all those things, we've done it again and generated a very good data. And this is what the investors are so much interested in. I can tell you one thing. Normally when we do this exploration or investigation, we find more than one mineral at a place. So sometimes places like Zwita, where they are mining the manganese, I'm tempted to believe that it's not only manganese. There could be so many other minerals over there. You understand? Where they are mining the bauxite, the same way, there could be so many other precious minerals over there. At Oponmansi, we have iron ore, we also have bauxite on the same block. You ask for Akpafu. Akpafu is in the Uti region. That is where we are working now. The enclave is so big. We are working on a block at a place called Asatu, Jomrome. That exploration work is completely done. We have our results from the lab. Now we have an international certifying body trying to interpret and give us a report, which report will be a bankable one that we can use to attract the investors. Even before that reports come in, I can tell you, so many investors know what is there. We did not only discover iron ore, but we discovered some critical minerals. It takes time to do this exploration work. Yes, I mean, Asatu was started somewhere in 2021, and then we had to work on it and complete it just I mean, before Christmas.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, and now we are waiting for SRK to give us our bankable report. By the on-site report from the consultant revealed to us that we have all these critical minerals in the economic quantities. You understand? So sometimes we might be looking for iron ore. It can turn out to be something different.
Yes. Okay.
So that is where the exploration is very important. Yes. So I can tell you, we've worked on that block and it's looking so good. Now we have a lot of investors, both local and then foreign, chasing this very block. Yeah, I mean, the president heard about this one through the minister, and then the president said, look, this year they are giving us another funds to move to the adjacent block, which is Bodada. As I'm talking to you now, we have the consultant working on Bodada, and the initial indications shows that it is going to be massive. There is so much there. You understand?
Yeah, I get it. Now, quantitatively, you've been talking about bankable projects and all of that. Looking at what we've discovered, or based on your exploration, how much do you think would be needed to help we move from just exploration and move straight into actual production?
Yes, that one, I wouldn't want to say maybe the government should just find the money and move into production. That is why the always government is looking for, I mean, a partner. Even the exploration work alone, on one block, we are spending not less than $8 million. Not cedis, dollars, which is over about 100 million.
That's just for one block.
That's just one block. That is what we spend there. And the next block we are moving to, even though we managed to bring it down because the same consultant had the work. So most of the preparatory work has been established already. And even that is going for over $5 million. You understand? So if you want just an individual or a Ghanaian to go in and do this work. And the risk about this is that if you do it and you don't find anything, I mean, that is your own cost. Nobody comes in to bail you out. You understand? Yeah, so government always look for partnership. What government is doing now is try to de-risk this project. Yeah, so to develop one block, in fact, requires billions of dollars. It's over $1 billion. What we are looking at in our performance, we are looking at somewhere around $1.8 billion. And trust me, we've gone far with that.
Talking about partners, government is doing its bit.
Yes.
We're looking at partnership and investment in this case. So for what type of investors are you getting? Are they local investors, foreign investors, or a mix of the two?
I can say a mix of the two, because the one that we are so close of, I mean, to the point of developing, I mean, if you look at the sharing arrangement, and then the act will tell you that the local participation shouldn't be less than 30%. But what we have now, the local participation, including that of government, is about 45%.
Now, there have been a lot of conversation with respect to whether some call it nationalized, some call it localized, some call it less partner with government and all of that. As GIISDEC, I would want to pick your thoughts on that.
Look at the nationalization. I think that is a long way, in my view. Yeah, because I've told you about what it requires to do exploration. The reason why we have a lot of illegal mining going on is that our people don't have the resources and the technical know-how to do exploration. Yeah, we have well-trained people who can help do the exploration, but it involves a lot. It's quite involving. You need millions of cedis. So I mean, you can't tell me everywhere in Ghana there is this huge amount of this mineral resources sitting everywhere. The minerals are sitting somewhere, but they are hidden. You have to look for them. And that is the mineral investigation. That is exploration. And it takes a lot to do exploration. So these local guys, sometimes they have their own ways of seeing there could be something here, but they will dig just for some few days, and they could see that in fact we are not getting what we expected. They abandon the place, by which time they might have destroyed the environment around and all that. They move to the next place, and that is what they keep on doing. But if you look at the well-established companies, they put in so much resources to put all these infrastructures, I mean, to set up a mine, and they will be at the place for almost 30 years. Recently, if you look at what that mine, they've been here for over, I think, 20 years.
20 years, yeah, over 20 years.
You understand? At the same place, because they did investigation, discovered the mineral. So if you leave it to the local people, our banks don't want to invest in exploration. So to say to nationalize, sometimes I think we must do that with a bit of caution. Yeah, because you want investors to bring in their money to look for where these minerals are sitting. Government wanted to do exploration to find iron ore in the OT region. And I've told you, within the last 4 years, government has put in about 100 million Ghana cedis.
So based on what you're saying, government alone taking over wouldn't be the best deal. We should just look for partners to support government.
Yes, and that is what most of the act says, just like my act. Government is actually looking for private investors. I have, I mean, if you check our records, we gave about 4 blocks to local investors. People we trusted could do the work. And they've been sitting on it for about 4 or 5 years now. They haven't even started drilling. You understand? They haven't started drilling. So if you want to count on them, we are not going to go anywhere. We are not going to go anywhere. That is why government came in and said, look, we have to de-risk this project so that we can attract the needed investors.
Now, one of the key conversations have to do with these mining communities, how these investors would develop such areas. I don't know, in your negotiations and in all your conversations with either government or private investors, what is the conversation like with respect to community development?
Yeah, so I think now we are becoming so much aware of what mining I mean, brings to the nation, or I mean the benefits. In the same vein, we are also aware of this associated risk, I mean, factors and all the activities of this mining thing. So if you ask me, I'll tell you that maybe going forward, and that if you look at the new mining act, the LI that has been developed, I'm not sure it has been, I mean, approved yet. It has gone through Parliament. But they are looking at committing a percentage of any proceeds from any of this mining, even if it is a small-scale mining, a percentage. Which percentage I might not be able to tell you now because it's not approved, to develop the area. This one is quite different from the social corporate responsibilities people claim to do. People normally refer to areas like Obuasi and Takwa and all that. We've been doing mining there for so many years, but we did not get much. This time round, Ghanaians are well involved in mining activities. Understand? Yes.
Now, what have been one of the challenges with respect to GIISDEC? What have been the challenges you've been facing the last 1 year and 2 months?
I think mostly everybody will tell you the challenges are more like the same across. It's funding. Funding. Okay. We are financially challenged. In fact, most of the work that we are supposed to do, it involves a lot of traveling, moving around to the blogs, doing community engagement, just to make sure that this exploration activity goes on. But we are challenged to a point that sometimes we don't even have, what it takes to visit these communities. We have to be traveling outside to engage and see how others are doing iron ore mining, especially as we prepare to do mining in the country. But the same financial challenge is one thing that we are facing. So we are not actually getting the experience, or if you like, the know-how we are supposed to get from other countries who are doing this mining of iron ore. So financial challenge is a major one. I think the second one will be our staff. In fact, we have a huge staff, I will tell you, but the technical
know-how
staff to do the work for us. Normally, we have to fall on Ghana Geological Survey and private people outside. But we've still not had a clearance to recruit these technical people to help us in doing this work. Now, we are supposed to be on site working, but Ghana Geological Survey have deployed their people to do other works, national assignment. You understand? So we need to wait till they come in. So that is also a challenge.
Now, on the back of challenge, we know Ghana, our dependency on iron and steel import. How critical is your role when it comes to that too?
Oh, yes. In fact, talking of, the earlier part you were asking of our role, and I was trying to explain to you. So we are supposed to do policies to kind of promote or develop the sector. So as of now, it looks like the players in the industry don't know much about us because we don't have any policy that is actually promoting or seek to develop the sector. But I can assure you that we've started with an ally, not necessarily to regulate. We are not regulators, but in discharging our activities, sometimes it involves, once there are rules and regulations, it comes to check one or two things to bring about a balance. So in a way, we are seeking to bring about control about those people who import a lot of steel articles. Sometimes they even import to dump. But some of the items they import into the country are not the items we are looking for. You understand? And then sometimes people import finished goods and brand it as a raw material just to dodge the system.
So this strategy will lead.
Oh no, not again.
Sir, relax. The generator will come on now.
The generator is not working. Why stress yourself when the experts are just one tap away? Introducing Left Power, the smart emergency support app from Left Signature Limited. With Left Power, certified engineers respond fast, anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stories.
Hello, sir. This is Left Signature Limited. The request has been received and our engineers are already on their way. Please relax. We've got you covered.
The
place is professional.
Every LEF expert is certified, verified, and can be tracked in real time. Oh, you'll know they're coming before they even arrive. From electrical engineering and solar power systems to data center management, cloud services, smart automation, and software development, LEF Signature delivers excellence, fast, reliable, and professional. LEF Power.
Your solution is just one tap away.
Available on Play Store and App Store.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabidim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind the ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
The Volta River Authority, the VRA, announced a controlled spillage of the Akosombo Hydro Dam on September 15, 2023, citing excess water levels. However, this single decision became and still is a major disaster in the area thus far, affecting an estimated 39,000 people in the lower Volta Basin.